2. Okay. We're rolling. You can come get in here and say hi. You're eating pizza.
Pizza.
Yep, we got it. There's a... Oh, Max almost stripped you. I saw that. Cute. You remember right now. No, Max, leave it. Shh. Come here. Come here. You want to be a YouTube star, right? Here, up. Sorry. What's up? Oh, he's a good boy. He knew exactly what to do. Can you say hi? Can you say hi, Max? Say hi, I'm Max. I'm the star of this whole channel. You love what is what you are. Hi, people of the world. We have a dog. His name is Max. And he's hanging out. I don't know. I'm going to look on my phone to see if I can see chat. Make sure I'm not. Feel free to chat. I'm sure y'all are. I just can't see it at the moment. I have a very, very cracked and broken phone if you don't see. So let me try to get it to work so I can actually see y'all's chat. Bear with me. This phone is not working at all. Well, if you're if you are curious as to what we're going to be doing in this vlog, it is my... Sorry, stray kitten just knocked over the camera. Leave it alone, dude. Oh, yeah, I see y'all's comments. Hey, guys. I don't know if I can scroll. I can't scroll the comments on this. Okay, let me just see if I can. Live chat. Hey, there we go. Hey, everyone. Hi, hi, hi. Hi. How you doing? Hey, it was okay. You couldn't. No, you're fine. Okay, I can see the chat now, so y'all feel free to keep commenting. Max is a Schnauzer Lab mutt mix. That's all I can tell you. Alright, Max, you can go. Off. Go. Come on. Go do your thing. Go eat. Go get some water. Whatever you want to do. So, somebody asked if it hurts getting my infusion. The only part that hurts is the IV itself. We already have the IV in. So, here's the IV. This is like my only good vein. So, like, every time we do it, I get stuck like twice because we always try to get one in a better spot, especially if I'm going to leave it in. But this vein right here is the only decent vein I have. So, I've already got the IV in. So, we throw gauze at you. But, I've already got the IV in, so that part doesn't hurt. And it's just a catheter. So, it's not like a needle in my arm. So, I can still kind of bend it. I'm pretty used to it now. But the only part that hurts is the initial stick. Other than that, we're good. So, I've had it in for a few days. We were going to go ahead and do my infusion. Wasn't my sore there then. I was sore. It was really sore at first. Like, I mean, of course, you know. But, it's not really sore anymore. I mean, like, me tapping it like that, it's kind of a little sore. But I can bend it pretty much with no problem. So, yeah. This is the only good vein I have access to, though. All of my other veins will blow out. Like, we did it on my wrist last week. It ended up, actually, a bunch of you guys ended up saying something about it on Instagram. Where, saying something about it seemed like, because I was having a lot of pain with the wrist, or the IV that was in my wrist. And a lot of you were saying something about thinking it had infiltrated. And you guys actually were correct. When we went to do my infusion bag again, my arm started swelling up from the fluids leaking into the surrounding tissue because the IV was no longer in my vein. How long do I have the IV in for? Well, as soon as we get done with this infusion, I'm going to take the IV out. So I use this IV. I'll get my first infusion when she puts it in, and then I'll wait a few days, and then I'll do my second infusion, and then after my second infusion, we take it out. These IVs are only good, I think she said up to like 90-ish hours, but for the most part, we just do it for like 2 infusions and it comes out. That was a black cattail. So we're going to get all this set up. Austin, of course, is going to help me. We have my infusion bag. This is a prescription. All of this stuff is prescription medication. So this is not stuff you can like exactly get just like over the counter, order yourself. This is a prescription. That's my name there. So it is a prescription, and this is 0.9% sodium chloride, 1,000 milliliters. Infused contents of 1 bag over 3 hours, twice a week, and then an extra one weekly. So I get 2 to 3 weeks depending on if I need a 3rd bag. So we're gonna get this started. I've got, they call it my special pole. But this is my IV pole. Got this right here.
It's your Gandalf game.
I can't say what I've been calling it because I'll get flagged if I do. But I was making jokes with my mom. It was kind of funny. But got my pole. So we're gonna get all of my stuff ready, and then Austin is gonna help me get hooked up. So we need, and this is like my little booklet. Optum RX is what I go through, and it's home infusion therapy. It's like my little guide. So we've got a saline flush. I do this before and after, and it's just a saline flush. We've got, this is heparin. This is a blood thinner. I did my blood thinner yesterday because when you leave the catheter in, if you don't do a blood thinner, the blood can clot around the catheter and then you won't be able to use it. So we also did a heparin flush this morning because it's late right now, and I was either going to be tonight that I did my infusion or in the morning, and I honestly just don't want to sleep with it again. It's just bothering me a little bit, so I wanted to go ahead and just do it tonight, late tonight, instead of doing it in the morning. So we already did my heparin flush this morning, so I don't need that anymore. We've got gloves, which Austin will wear. We've got alcohol pads. We've got the tubing for the IV bag. And did I need anything else in here? Like, so here, like this is 22 gauge needle. Like these are the IV needles that have the catheter on the inside that we initially stick with. And then when we do that, in the beginning we use an IV start kit, and this has like this tape, and it has some gauze. It has like everything to make it sterile. I'm gonna pull out. Shouldn't need more than that. Can you give me some more Sprite real quick before I get this stuff prepped?
Yeah, absolutely.
I love you. You know, I totally waited on purpose until I was live,
Sprite guy.
so that you would say yes, and I wouldn't have to get up. I totally set that up. Best wife, right? He's over there. He's like, shh. That's cute. All right. So, let me see. I don't see those comments right now. Sorry. Why do I take an infusion? Okay, so I have dysautonomia, which is autonomic nervous system dysfunction. So, the infusions, it's really, so like when you, how do I explain this? Okay. I guess the main thing, I'm just going to give you a really quick, simple explanation. Dehydration is a big thing with dysautonomia. So with dysautonomia, if you are super dehydrated, it will, I forget what part of the brain my doctor said, but at my last appointment, I was having some more issues, and she said something about I was a little dehydrated. This was right before we got my infusion set up. And she said that it would affect a certain part of my brain that kind of like goes hand in hand with dysautonomia. And so it would cause symptoms to be worse. I just don't remember which part it said. So,
Pause. Sprite guy's back.
the Sprite guy, you did it!
Level up.
So, the main thing is going to be dehydration. So, if I'm dehydrated, it's going to affect my chronic illness a lot more than if I'm not dehydrated, especially during summer. So I guess that's probably one of the biggest reasons. There are other reasons to get infusions for dysautonomia, but we're just going to leave it at that so I can get all this set up. Kimberly Trotter, I recognize you. And Wiltoria World, hey, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Hi, Isabella. All right, we're going to get this stuff opened up real quick. Okay. 1,000 milliliters. That is trash that I'm going to throw on the floor for now. We've got, here, before I actually open up everything else that is sterile, I'm going to go ahead and grab some hand sanitizer. Here, go ahead and do this. I've got some gloves for you too. So we're going to go ahead and... How I kept the kitten. The kitten is here. He's actually on the floor eating right now. He is going to a new home tomorrow. So we kept him until we could find him a new home, and he goes to that new home tomorrow. Supposed to. He was supposed to go today, and then something happened, so now he's supposed to go tomorrow, so fingers crossed, because we are not keeping a third cat. But we will always stop to rescue the animals, and we'll bring them home and, like, keep them for a little while, you know, until we can find them a home, but at that point, it's over. Go ahead, sit down, baby.
I'm playing the world's smallest violin right now.
Yeah.
Yep, totally Mr. Krabs today.
Alright, come on, sit down. So we're going to open up this, what do they call this? Flow regulator IV set. So this is all of the tubing. Hey, can you set that over there? Sorry, that's my big bag with like all my prescription stuff in it. Alright, so we've got my pole here. I'm going to drop this down so that you guys can actually see what we're doing as I'm picking it up. And then, okay, I might not, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to do this, that way you guys can see what we're doing while we're hooking it up. Let me get that right there. Okay. So this is the end that will hook into my IV. So we're going to set that in right there. Yes, you hold onto that. All my cord untangled. And I will check the comments here in just a minute. So y'all give me a second. So all of this is sterile. This has got a cap that we will remove. When I remove this cap, I will remove this blue cap. I will then take this and I will shove it in. Once we get it shoved in, we will put the bag on here. And then I will fill this with liquid. We'll get all the air out and we'll go to the next step. So we're just going to get this set up real quick. All of this is sterile, but we're still going to open up alcohol. Alright, so now that cap is off. I'm going to go ahead and wipe that. Pull that cap off. Wipe that. So now I'm going to stab this. Here, get it close. Into right here. We're just going to go all the way in.
I feel like this is like halfway tutorial.
Yeah, it kind of is. Alright, so now we are going to hang this bag right there so you guys can still see what's going on. Actually, I can lift that bag up a little bit so you guys can see more.
Oh, it's moving.
It is moving. Alright, so it's moving. We're going to let all that air out. So we've got it dripping. I don't know if you're going to see that.
No.
I'm going to lock it here. Alright, so we've got that locked. Alright, I'm going to squeeze this because I want the fluid to be about halfway in that. So now, y'all can see that, it's about halfway. So, I've got that locked. All the air bubbles are out. And again, I'm going to show you that one more time. So all the air bubbles are out. Here, I'm going to put this in front of your face. See?
Drip, drip, drip. Okay.
Means all the air is out. Alright, so this actually has a cap on it. We're going to undo in a minute. I'm surprised it dripped with the cap on. So next thing is also going to put on these gloves because he is about to be messing with the part that is directly inserted into my arm. So we are going to get these gloves out. So right hand.
Is that the right? Is that the thumb?
Yes, that's the thumb.
Are you sure that's the thumb?
That's the thumb. Okay.
What is this?
They kind of like fold the gloves halfway down so like you can put them on easy. Dr. Wings.
You don't have my PhD.
No, you don't. Okay. Where's the thumb up there?
Don't say it the wrong way.
Never. And if I do, I'll correct it. I'll try not to overcorrect too much. Okay, you do that. Okay.
What are you going to do for Halloween in Austin?
Well, I have enough supplies. Totally just be like my doctor. Sure. Pop it. You were supposed to like do this. Oh, it doesn't make the noise like it does on TV.
No, it's not, it's a different...
Oh, maybe. Alright, so here's the saline flush. Saline flush before and after, which I don't really understand because it's just bagged saline anyway, but doctor's orders, we're gonna do it anyway. Just extra saline. Does he still eat ramen noodles? Where's the orange cat? Does he still eat? Do you still have reptiles? I do not. The orange cat. Did Apollo eat ramen noodles? Did I do that? Am I forgetting a video? I think I am. You're gonna have to, Kimberly. You're gonna have to tell me more about that because I can't remember anymore. Apollo is doing his own thing. No, my kitten is right here, where all my sterile stuff is. Let's actually just move.
Elbow.
Instead of sterile over here because kitten.
Okay. I use the elbow.
Use the elbow for
yes. That's
right.
kitten with elbow.
So here's the saline. We're gonna take this cap off here in a second. So
it was not effective.
No, it was not. Use that. All right. Kind of need to take this down.
Yeah, you do.
You know, whatever. That's not gonna take down. It's fine. I'm not worried about it too much. All right. So we got to remove this green cap. You have to remove this green cap on the end. So we're gonna remove this green cap. We're gonna connect this, and then we are going to take off.
What's saline?
The lock, I guess, right here. Flush the saline. Make sure nothing feels off. Make sure the IV still feels like it's in, and it did this morning. I could taste the saline. What I look for is if I can taste and smell the saline when we do the saline flush, because I can always taste and smell it. It's so weird. So Austin's going to go ahead and remove the green cap.
Said green cap is removed.
Okay. Now, no, my husband. You missed something somewhere. No, we're married. Alright, he is going to...
There's just no air in this thing.
Yep, he's gonna... Because there is some air at the top, so yeah, just get on video. Just get squirting all in your face.
No.
Alright, so we got this liquid, just let it exhale off. Okay.
Now I'm gonna be...
Yeah, I'm going to clean this alcohol pad. Go ahead.
You know, I can see that burning. You know, if there happens to be a little bit of like alcohol that's in your from the alcohol pad, I can see that burning.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm just wiping it outside. Alright, don't push it because I've got to unlock it. No, kitty. I don't like have to like move you with my cell phone, so I don't touch you. Alright, are we connected?
Yes.
Alright, so here, I got this. Okay, so we got that connected. I'm going to undo this piece right here, which is going to release the lock so that we can flush it. Austin is going to start, right here, I'll flush it. So we're just going to start pushing this in.
No, we actually don't. We,
Ghost, we'll tell you about Ghost here in a moment. I taste it. I smell it. We're good.
So.
Yeah, it's in the vein still.
Okay.
Alright, we're done. So Austin will take that.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, that's fine. Alright, I'm going to remove this cap on here. I'm going to wipe that with alcohol cap. Austin is going to connect. Okay. Remember, you gotta push it in. It's like you have to shove it in this room.
Right.
Make sure it's tight so you don't have any leaks.
Indeed.
Yeah, we're good? Cool. So now we are connected. This line goes all the way to my bag. So we are going to, okay, this is the valve regulator, I guess is what you call it. Controls how fast it jerks. So it's on open. The last bag is supposed to take me 3 hours, but this extension is this one's a little messed up. It took me like 5 hours for my last infusion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise this back up where it needs to be. I'm going to open this valve, so it's going to open and then the fluids are going to start dripping and going in. So, I'm going to raise this piece here. So I'm going to open it up. And y'all can't see it, but it is now officially dripping into the bag, and it is going. Drip, 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 drip. Okay, it's dripping. So now, let's see what you guys are saying, and we will chat with you guys for a minute. Oh, your favorite YouTuber. Oh, that means so much to me. So, Ghost. You guys know that we had Ghost for a while. Well, you guys also are aware that we currently don't have a backyard. And there's just a lot going on right now. There's just a lot of stuff with my medical and going on, and just a bunch of other stuff to where Ghost, I kind of handle the animals because I'm the one at home all day. Austin's always gone. And I got to the point where I wasn't able to quite keep up with Ghost. And
that's a result now.
Yes, and Dick Ball. And I started looking for a new home for Ghost. And I seriously got over 100 messages on Ghost, inquiring for him and wanting him. And I did like interviews with all these people. I canceled out everybody immediately if they did not have a fenced-in yard, because my main reason for wanting to rehome Ghost was so that he could run free in a fenced backyard. Because Max, I can let Max outside and Max can run free because he is trained. If y'all know the Siberian Husky breed, and Ghost was a full Siberian Husky, then you know that Siberian Huskies, they bolt. You know,
full of energy.
We didn't have Ghost from the time he was this little bitty puppy to where we could get into that training. And even then, it's very rare that you get a Siberian Husky that you can trust off leash. And so my thing immediately was, if somebody cannot give Ghost a fenced-in backyard, I'm not going to rehome him. I don't care how wonderful it sounds, because at that point, why am I even rehoming him? I can take care of him and do everything just the same as anybody else. I don't want him tethered on a line. And so that's kind of how it was here. We rescued him. He was severely underweight. He had a collar that was almost embedded. There was a lot of issues, and we got him healthy again. We got him, you know, we did our part. And me and Austin talked about afterwards. I bawled my eyes out before we brought him to his new home. And by the time we left, I was too happy for Ghost to be sad. So I had this family. I had a couple of people lined up out of literally like these hundreds of people, hundreds of messages I went through. In the span of a day, I found him home. And we went the next day.
It was
but
perfect.
It was perfect. So they had messaged me. The family had just moved here from Louisiana. We're in Alabama. And they're about an hour away from us. And this family with 3 kids, his husband and wife, and they had been looking for another dog. So backstory on the woman, she used to actually train like hunting dogs. So she had experience training dogs, which made me feel really confident in her ability to be able to handle this high-strung, crazy husky puppy, because Ghost isn't quite a year old yet. So, hi Jax, how are you?
Does she use German?
Yes, she trains with German. So, and I think that's going to go along perfectly with Ghost, because Ghost definitely takes to... Yes, he needs a stern command. So when I would give Ghost commands, if it was soft, he wouldn't listen. You know, Siberian Huskies, they're just like that. So, it took a very stern command with Ghost. So I think that German training is going to work perfectly with him. So my first question to everybody who was interested in Ghost was, do you have a fenced-in yard? After that, if they did, they were immediately on my list, and I went through the rest of my questions. My last question to everybody who passed the rest of them was, would you be okay with us doing a home check with him? As in, us bringing the dog to you, doing a home check, making sure everything looks good. Immediately, I could tell there were people lying to me about that fenced-in yard, because the moment I said something about a home check, all of a sudden, oh, well, we're moving right now. We couldn't do that, but we could pick him up. You're not going to get a dog when you're in the middle of moving. Sorry, you're going to wait until like you're you're settled in. You're not going to do that. And regardless, if I can't check the home, if you can't bring me to your new house and show me where he's going to be, there's just something off. I had a lot of people that were like, sending me pictures of the yard, beautiful backyards, huge woods, tons of acreage. They own like 10 acres of land, but it wasn't fenced. And I was like, that's great for, Max. That's great for most pet dogs, not a husky that needs to be contained or bolt. So this family, she was like, yeah, you can come. So Austin got off work, and we drove an hour to this home to meet these people. We were there for about an hour and a half, roughly. And I told Liam beforehand that Ghost was going to go to a new home, and Liam, he did so good. He told Ghost bye-bye when we left and everything. Like, Liam did really good with it. Liam understood. And we get there, and Ghost was crazy when we got there. He had been inside all day because I'd given him a bath. I didn't want to get dirty.
So much energy in that backyard.
Their backyard is like botanical gardens. Like, beautiful. It is huge. They have a little greenhouse. They have a garden. They have tons of land, and it's all fenced in the back. And then their home is a huge home.
Blast.
It's a home. It's actually got 3 stories. I mean, this home is massive. It's beautiful on the inside. And
he
the
deserved
kids,
it. He deserved it.
The kids, they were all over Ghost and like laying on him. And the mom was trying to correct him, and the Ghost was just loving it because Ghost loves kids. And so the mom just like, I was like, I mean, if Ghost ain't irritated, and the mom was doing really good about like teaching the kids and like trying to let Ghost like do his thing. And we just let Ghost run and try to get all that energy out because we needed to see how Ghost was going to fit in with this family. And when it was all said and done, we thought at one point they were going to say no because Ghost literally jumped
into the stranger's
into
lap.
The dad's lap. Like,
and
the dad was sitting in a chair outside, and Ghost jumped into his lap and like over, or he went all the way over because one of the kids were like chasing him, and Ghost was running and having fun. And
they were playing, yeah.
I thought at that point the dad was gonna like lose it, and they were like, no.
He just wanted wife and kids to be happy.
Yeah, and that's really what it came down to. And so, Austin stayed outside with Liam, and their dad, the dad there, stayed outside with their kids, and me and the mom went in the house to see how Ghost was going to do inside the house, and their house was literally so beautiful. And then Ghost just walked around and sniffed and checked it out, and then Austin and Liam ended up coming in, and we finished up, and...
After we left, there's a reason I looked at you, and I said in the car, we rescued Ghost for a reason.
Yes, we did.
It was by faith.
I miss Ghost, don't get me wrong, but that dog deserved to run. And so our big thing was, I want to find him a home where he can run. And he was, honestly, there's a lot going on right now.
That was in his destiny.
We will catch you guys up on everything else that's going on here in a few weeks. There's so much going on that we got to catch you guys up on. And so you guys will really understand the full picture in a few weeks. But I just can't keep up with Ghost and handle him right now. And Austin works all the time, so... Yeah, we're not in an animal shelter. We do. Like, this little guy here, I almost hit with my car. It was like 10:30 at night, we were driving, and all of a sudden this little black cat ran out. I mean, we live in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's not street lights, it's back roads.
I stopped, I got out of the car, and I heard meowing.
Austin climbed over barbed wire to rescue this little kid.
There was a barbed wire fence, and I heard this kitten meowing, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna keep going.
He's so sweet.
And as soon as I crossed this barbed wire, this kitten started walking up to me, meowing, and I was immediately just like, okay, come here. I picked it up, and I came over the barbed wire fence with a cat in my hands, and I said, look.
Yep.
This kid,
and he came into the barbed wire, and I was like, okay, hand him to me, because I knew Austin was going to have issues trying to climb over barbed wire with the kid. My foot just fell asleep.
That's never happened to me, you know?
And so we immediately, got him home. Like, I'm going to try to see if you guys can see this. You see this right here? He has a scar on his cheek and everything. Like, I don't know what happened to him. I just got surgery yesterday and got home from the hospital because of complications. Oh, Becky, I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better. Hi, Kylie. How are you? And, but yeah, we rescued him, but now we're finding this cat in the home because I was like, no, we're not going to keep our cat, even though Liam is obsessed with his cat, keeps calling it his cat. So I told Liam we're probably going to find it a home, and he's a little upset, but he told me that, that was fine. And, the kitten's going to go to a new home. Is it Madeline or Madeline? Is it the first one or the second one? Madeline or Madeline? But thank you so much. I hope you stay healthy as well. Oh, Jax, I'm sorry about that. Y'all, my foot is asleep so freaking bad. Like, I can't. Can you rub it? Like,
rubbing it is not going to help you.
It's like from my knee down. Help.
No, put it down.
I can't. No. Ah! That hurts. Baby, it hurts. Help. Man.
It's okay.
I'm just going to drink my Sprite now. No, look at this cup. I love this cup. I got a Dollar General for $2.50. Alright, I'm over my cup. I like it. It's got a straw in it. It's got a screw-on lid, and I can put it in the freezer.
You're not throwing your foot asleep.
So Madeline, okay. Man, Madeline, it's like I started to feel it a little bit now, but man, that was painful. But this cup, like, I'm gonna pull my ivy out. It's got like a little gel in it so you can freeze it. I got Austin one too. But I don't know, I'm just like obsessed with cups and straws.
Is that all the way up?
Mm-hmm.
It keeps changing as you move.
It's my flow if I bend my arm. See what?
Well, don't.
When I bend my arm, it stops. With my arm
Keep
open.
it straight. Keep it straight.
I gotta keep my arm straight. I'm making my drip. My drip drop is stopping. Yeah, I know. It's old.
Okay.
So, like, is this normal? I don't know if you guys can really see it, but right here around where, like, the catheter goes in, this morning, like, I had dried blood. Well, it wasn't dry this morning. It was fresh. It's dried up now, but, like, right around where the catheter goes in, there's blood. It's the first time I've had it happen. I'm sure it's normal. I'm having a difficult day with my feeding tube, and my gastroparesis is acting up, and my potassium is really low. Oh, Kylie, I hate that for you. I have issues with my potassium dropping as well. I'm actually supposed to be on a potassium supplement. I was taking like 800 milligram potassium pills. You remember that? And I had mine because
We
potassium.
also have bananas.
We do have bananas. So I know when your potassium drops, it is the worst feeling in the world. Like, you have no energy, you feel sick, you can't move, you're shaking. And, like, you have to go to the ER. I've been there so many times, and they would check my electrolytes, and sure enough, every single time it was always my potassium. And so I know what that's like. I don't have gastroparesis, or at least nothing I'm aware of. I doubt I have gastroparesis, but I have issues, don't know what it is, but, like, just gastrointestinal issues to where sometimes it's hard for me to eat, or I have more stomach pain and stuff. I can kind of relate, but I know gastroparesis is a completely different level, so I feel for you in every single way, especially with your potassium acting up. I know that is not something easy to handle at all. It's always rough, and so I feel for you, and I'm so sorry, and I hope you're feeling better. Do you know anything about service dogs for mental health? Here, Max, come here. Up. Sit. Oh, you let him out? Okay, go potty. Go outside. Go potty. Go ahead. Go outside. Go potty. Okay. I will show y'all Max in a second. He was doing as well. He has to go potty. So what was that comment? Do I know anything about service dogs for mental health? Yeah. What do you need to know, Madeline, about service dogs for mental health? Max is partial medical alert and response, as well as psychiatric service dog for my PTSD and my anxiety. Yep. So and my anxiety's been like really bad lately. Like, anxiety attacks multiple times a day. Ooh, look! Amethyst! How pretty. Oh, give me the one I found in the backyard. Y'all, I'm about to show y'all something. Actually, bring me the whole ball. I want the whole.
The one you found.
Okay, so our backyard, like, Alabama has a lot of red clay and crap. And, here, bring me the whole bowl. I want to show them. Alright, so this bowl, everything in here is like, quartz. That we found in our backyard. Like this one, you can see it there on that one. That one we didn't find in the backyard, but that one you can see it. Like, all of this is like white quartz, and we've got it all in this bowl. Alright, you take the bowl. This piece I found in our backyard. Like, all of that came out of our backyard. And this, if you look at it, like, it's just like the amethyst. We need to clean it, but it's the same kind of style as the amethyst. It's just hard to see, but it's like the clear quartz, just like all the amethyst rock is right here. It's the same on this. And we found it in the backyard. It's such a beautiful piece. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but it's such a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. I love it. And I found it in the backyard. My phone. That's fine. You put this back up?
I still don't have any trouble with connection.
Are y'all having any trouble with our connection? Or are we still good? Let's see. How can they help with PTSD, anxiety, panic attacks, and depression? I'm looking into one. Alright, Bella, they can alert to it before it happens, probably prevent it or do DPT.
What are those two light candles? Yeah. I'm gonna put one in the Chinese thing.
What is it?
Tea light candles?
They are in this tin that I'm using to hold the phone up.
Shouldn't affect it.
But, okay, so yes, psychiatric service dogs, they can be used to, respond to anxiety attacks. So it's not so much as alerting to the anxiety attack as it is, in a way it is, so like, I have a debilitating, Madeline says I have a debilitating mental illness. I feel you on that. So I'm right there with your girlfriend. Like it's, mental illness is not a joke, and I think a lot of us take it for granted, and, Kylie, you can message me on here, you can message me on Instagram, wherever you want. Oh, Jax, I'm so sorry. I feel that though. On the chronic pain crap. It is not easy. Can you get a service dog as a young teen? Yes, you can. It's a complicated process to go through programs, but you're definitely going to need like a therapist, psychiatrist backing you up and saying that you need one. Okay, sorry. But they can, okay, so my anxiety, hey, see if Max needs to come back in. So when my anxiety starts getting bad, like a lot of times I'll start to kind of like scratch and I won't really realize it. So when I start to do that kind of like picking or like telltale signs that I'm about to like go into like this really bad anxiety attacks, Max in a sense, in a way it's alerting me to the fact that I'm not fully aware that I'm kind of doing this anxiety fidgety thing, but it's actually a response. So he's responding to something I'm doing and he's telling me about it. So, hey bud. Up. Up. Come here. Let me move this. Hey, baby. I'm going to throw this away real quick. Hey, I might have to change my line out. I can't tell if this is leaking or if it's something else. I don't know if this is leaking or if it's something else. I gotta keep an eye on this. A minute.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, I'm gonna move right here. Okay, so there's no wet spots right here, right?
No.
Alright, so we're gonna keep an eye on that. I don't think it's leaking, but if it is, we're just gonna have to change my tubing out.
This is in the movement.
I mean, that's not really gonna move, baby. No, that's fine. I know, that's fine. It's okay. That's okay. Okay, sorry. I thought my tubing was leaking. So, during the anxiety attack that you're having, the dog can just pretty much be trained to do DPT, which is deep pressure therapy, which can help calm you. It can help kind of like, so when you're having an anxiety attack, what happens? Your nerves get shot. You can't breathe. You can't think. So DPT, deep pressure therapy, can help ground you to where you're more here and just help relax you and calm you. And so when I'm scratching, Max he will scratch. He will not scratch. He will paw me to respond to my action and try to make me stop, try to make me aware of what I'm doing. Because, I don't know if you guys are able to see this. Alright, so I have this scar here, and I have another one right here. I don't know how well you can see this. So these scars right here are actually from me scratching my arm open so much over the years during anxiety attacks. This is always where I scratch in those two spots. I've just caused scars. And so now when I start having a really bad anxiety attack, it literally scratch the top of the scars open, and it'll cause them to bleed. And so Max will, in a sense, yes, Madeline, in a sense, my scratching is a type of self-harm. And so especially once I end up scratching them open, I'm bleeding, and I don't realize it. And so he is interrupting that behavior I'm doing, and he's responding to it. And so there's just different things they can be trained to do depending on what you do. Like I hyperventilate from time to time, and I just sometimes it'd be really bad. You know, with mental illness and anxiety attacks specifically, no two anxiety attacks are ever the same. Something is always just a little bit different. So you got to figure out what you do and then what helps you, and get your dog to do something that helps you. Okay, baby. So it's just a matter of either finding the dog, going their program, and they will help make sure that the dog is trained to you, or training the dog to respond to you. And so, like with Max, I just trained him to respond to everything I needed. I started starting training, just learned getting ready to pass out. Oh, that's not fun. I know how that is. Let me see what else you guys were saying up there. But yeah, do y'all have any other questions? My Instagram is Service Dog Paws. It's the same thing. All of my social media handles are Service Dog Paws. Madeline, yes, you can owner train a dog. Max is owner trained. The only thing is they still have to meet the same federal guidelines as a program trained service dog would. So, you can't just use just your everyday pet dog. I mean, if the dog was to pass all your evaluations and all that, essentially you could, but it's pretty rare. So Max, I seeked him out. I evaluated, I don't remember how many, it was like 20 to 30 dogs. And at like 3 different shelters. And put them all through temperament testing and all of that to figure out what dogs might have the right personality, the right temperament to possibly train a service animal. And then I had to do a bunch of other testing on them. Max was the one that came out on top and passed every single test. That was 3 shelters over a period of a few weeks and everything else. So it takes a while. And then you have to go through all your basic obedience training. You have to go through service dog task training. A service dog is not a service dog unless it performs a task that is specifically related to its handler's disability. You do have to legally be disabled to legally have a service animal, whether that is a psychiatric disability or a medical disability. And with medical disabilities, you need a doctor kind of backing you up. And with a psychiatric disability, you have to have a letter from a psychiatrist saying that you require a service animal. With medical disabilities, you don't so much need that note as you do with psychiatric. So you have to have a letter if you're gonna have a psychiatric only service animal. And it has to go through public access training. A good thing to follow is like the Canine Good Citizen test. It's a basic obedience test you can do to see like how your dog is coming along. And those like tests like that are good at helping your dog progress and be goals as to your dog's standards and where they should be. If that makes sense. I hope I'm explaining this right. It's kind of late for me. Yes, Madeline. It has to, not necessarily alert, it has to be specifically task trained to assist you with your specific disability and go through all of the training, including public access training. Is it the same with severe asthma? It is the same with severe asthma, so there are service animals that can help with asthma, whether it's just like going and getting your med bag with your inhaler and whatever else you might need, or assisting you when you're in a coughing fit, just many different things. And so, but it is the same process. So, temperament test, if you're doing it owner training, you're gonna go through a temperament test, like a personality evaluation, make sure the dog passes all of that. There's strict standards there. You're gonna start your basic obedience. So that's gonna be everything in basic obedience, and it needs to be done reliably. You're gonna start your task training, because it's not a service dog in training until it starts that task training. So that task training can be, if it's medical, it could be medical or response. So like, I have issues with my blood sugar. So like, here's an example. I have a glucose meter. I have to keep an eye on my blood sugar. So I never really could get Max to pick up on this, but it's also not something that I struggle with like severely on a day-to-day basis. So, an example of a task would be alerting to that blood sugar change. Max alerts to my blood pressure dropping or my heart rate, my tachycardia getting too high. And so that's a medical alert. And that would be a task. He also does all the psychiatric stuff. So responding to like the scratching or the hyperventilating is also a trained task to your specific disability. So from that, you would go into your public access training, because at that point it is now officially a service dog in training. It's completed all basic obedience. It should be able to pass the Canine Good Citizen test. Started its task training, and then you'll start your public access training. So there are a lot of things, and remember, training a service animal takes about 2 years to fully complete. Sometimes longer, sometimes less, depending on the dog. And that's going to be for any dog, whether psychiatric or medical, and it doesn't matter, disability to disability. What breeds do I recommend? It depends on exactly what you're needing. So if you're doing, I know a lot of people love like German Shepherds. German Shepherds are severely sensitive to anxiety, so you have to be really careful. Purebred German Shepherds, I know you see them a lot for PTSD response, but you're going to have to do something like really look into this dog's personality and how sensitive it is, because German Shepherds can be really sensitive to their owner's anxiety, and it can actually cause them anxiety. So you can use German Shepherds, you have to be careful. I am going to be doing some puppy searching at some point, and that way Max can retire. We're at that point, and Max is starting to slow down. He's starting to slow down, and so I'm going to be doing some puppy searching. I am personally probably going to be looking for a German Shepherd mix, just because I've had good experiences with them in the past, and I prefer the breed. But at the same time, you got to be careful, because that dog can pick up on your own anxiety. You see a lot of standard poodles. You see a lot of, I'm trying to think of some other breeds, labs, a lot of golden retrievers. It's not so much the breed as it is the dog's personality. So Max is essentially a mutt, okay? He's a rescue from a shelter, and he just ended up fitting all the criteria needed and ended up being perfect. So it's not so much the dog's breed as it is their personality and can they handle the work. But you still have to be careful, you know. Having a rescue dog and kind of this mutt, do I regret it now? Sometimes. So the point that he is now starting to slow down. He's going to be retiring a lot earlier than most dogs would be, just because I don't know his full background, you know. I don't know his full medical or health history, and, you know, it's just, when you get a purebred dog, you know more about them, where they came from, more likely you're going to have them from a puppy, and I feel like long run, you end up getting a lot more out of the time you put into the dog. So, just kind of research into the dog breed you're looking for. Are you needing a big dog? Are you needing a small dog? What task does the dog need to do for you? Where do you live? How much time are you able to give to that dog's energy regimen and what that dog needs? So if you aren't very active, you don't want to get maybe a German Shepherd, because German Shepherds are pretty active dogs and they need a lot of exercise. But if you are very active, a dog like a German Shepherd might work for you. If not, you know, maybe just a lab, or, you know, a golden retriever, something that's a little more relaxed, even though they still need energy requirements and exercise needed. It's not as much as, say, a working German Shepherd. So you're just really going to look at what you're needing and what different dog breeds, the pros and cons of your list there. Let's see. Russell Terriers. I don't know much about Russell Terriers. Honestly, as a whole, I usually say Terriers probably are not the best breed, and I say this owning a terrier, but let me clarify. My dog might have terrier in his blood, and he might look like a terrier, but he in no way acts like a terrier. So terriers are usually pretty high strung. So it's gonna be based on the dog's personality. So Max is like a 1 in a million terrier because he is so freaking chill. It's unreal. Whereas a lot of other terriers are like super, super hyper and all that. Of course, they can be trained, but I personally wouldn't recommend a terrier just because I know how wily they can get. Max is a freaking couch potato though. This dog just, he is good with being stuck in the house 24/7 and not having any exercise for a month. Yet he is also good with going to the dog park every single day and running his energy out. So Max, I got lucky with him because he will do whatever I am feeling up to. Madeline, I'm not sure when we're going to be doing another live stream, but just make sure you got your notifications turned on for my channel, and anytime I post or go live, you will be notified so you can join in. It was really great talking to you. Labs are actually really common as guide dogs. I think it's because they get so big. So guide dogs do kind of, they kind of do mobility work. So for mobility work, you need a larger dog because they have to be able to handle the weight of the owner added onto them. And that's why a lot of times you'll see miniature ponies used as guide companions for the blind. Because horses are made to take like a lot more weight. We can ride them because of the way their body is, the way their bone structure is made. So with guide dogs, you need the dogs to be a lot bigger bones, and able to manage that weight. So yeah, a lab, I think that is probably one of the most common dogs used for guide dogs for the blind or visually impaired is definitely labs. So that is definitely a good pick. Oh, beautiful country. That is awesome. So seizure alert or seizure response service dogs, those are great. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with those comments. Oh, that is sweet, Shadow. I like that name. One German Shepherd that said Germans are for stronger people. I don't know much about you, Jay Rye. I'm just going to say Jay. I don't know much about you, Jay. So German Shepherds, I have had a Shepherd in the past. The Shepherd mix. Honestly, any dog could be too much depending on if it's trained or not. So I have handled German Rottweilers that were 150 pounds. And this dog ended up like breaking my finger. I think I talked about that in one of my YouTube videos like 3 or 4 years ago. Like one of my early YouTube videos. I think I was talking about that because I had a finger brace on and I was training this dog. And when I first started training this dog, like, he ended up breaking my finger. And I ended up having like a fracture in my finger. And he wasn't trained. He had never been trained. So this dog was way too much for anybody to handle. But at the same time, my family, my aunt and uncle, they actually live in Louisiana. They have always had these big German Rottweilers and like 150-pound Rottweilers. And those dogs were always the sweetest. They were trained and we could handle them, even when I was a young little girl. And so it's really not so much the dog's size as it is the dog trained? Does the dog behave? So I think that's really what it's going to come down to is how the dog's training goes and if you're able to keep up with the energy requirements that that specific breed or that specific dog needs. I learned how to walk from holding on to a St. Bernard. Oh my god, that is so cute. It's Latoria world, baby. Latoria learned how to walk by holding on to a St. Bernard. It's kind of cute.
Okay. Nice.
Sorry, guys. Oh no. That thing in. I was about to say something. Shoot, I forgot what I was about to say. I don't remember. I really don't remember what I was about to say something. I felt like it was like kind of important, but I don't remember. Babe, do you see my purse? Can you, like, slide it this way? I know you're playing your game. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. My husband's busy playing a video game right now. He's in his own world. Thanks. Alright, so I'm going to pause for a minute and check my stats. Because that's what I'm supposed to do when I'm getting my fluids. I'm supposed to, like, check everything. So, what game are you playing, baby?
Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the PS4. So I'm going to sit here for a minute, wind down. Y'all give me a few minutes. I'm going to just like relax, stop talking for a minute, and take my blood sugar, and then take my blood pressure, which is really what I need to wait on. So I just need to kind of like relax before I take that. So y'all chat, ask questions, put those in the comments. As soon as I get done doing this real quick, I will catch up. Blood sugar is great right now. It's 122. That's actually really good. Been having issues with like my blood sugar being like low and stuff lately, off and on. So I'm happy to see it like that. I can't tell if this is the plate pinching me or. So I'm having my little baby. Alright, so I'm usually supposed to do this on my left arm, but my heart is 77. So we are looking great right now. So I'm happy. Okay. So I'm looking good. I just needed a general idea of what my blood pressure was. So doing it on my right arm is not really going to bother that much right now. So I just had to have a general idea of where I was at. But we're good, so I'm not worried about it. Now, what do you guys say? Liam, Liam's great. He has drove me crazy like the past 2 weeks. Oh my god, he started this thing like 2 weeks ago, and I'm talking like every single day he's been doing it. So apparently.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh! Just like that. Funniest, cutest thing. And so for 2 weeks, every single day, multiple times a day, like 100 times a day, over every little thing, it's, oh my gosh. And the way he says it is the most adorable freaking thing. Like, it will get me and Austin just like tickled pink, and we'll just be sitting here like laughing and smiling. And if you go, oh my gosh, he'll go, oh my gosh, back. And it's so sweet. And then Austin's been like putting him on the ceiling, walking on the ceiling, or he'll be sitting on the ceiling, and he thinks it's the greatest thing. He's been a hot mess last couple weeks. Kylie, that's not good. My blood pressure is usually really low. My blood pressure is actually really good right now. I notice my blood pressure is really low more like during the morning, like into the day, than it is at night. Like most of the time at night, I feel like my blood pressure is a little more stable than it is like the rest of the day. but I have really, really bad veins. Like, right now, my veins, honestly, baby, my veins don't look any better with my blood pressure being good. So, this is like the best reading I've had on my blood pressure in a while. Like, every time I go to get, my nurse comes and we go to set my IV up, you know, she does my blood pressure. And 83/57. Oh, that's not good. I've had some, mine has been low like that lately. And some of mine have actually been even lower than that. But every time my nurse comes and she checks my blood pressure, she's always like, "You're low." Every single time. She's like, I'm like, "What is it?" She's like, "You're low again." And I'm like, "What is it?" She'll tell me. And I'm like, "Yeah, it feels like it." And she's like, "You're just like," I was like, "My veins are never going to be good either." I was like, "Especially my blood pressure's low." I was like, "But even when my blood pressure is normal, my veins are crap. Except for like this one bulging out of my head right here. If I could get an IV right there, I'd be good." I'm sitting here talking about the vein on my head, baby. But even right now, like we're always trying to get one of the veins like right here. This is actually the exact spot she has pricked me twice. Last couple times trying to get one of these veins, but they're too small. They just don't work. This is the only good vein I have. It's the only one. And so we always prick, and we can never get it because those veins are so tiny. I just never have good veins. And even right now, my blood pressure is decent, and we can't get good veins. Or they still don't look any better, but whatever. I don't know, this one doesn't look too bad. I don't know if it'd be big enough for her to get, though. I'm going to have to tell her that I had decent blood pressure tonight, and she may have been able to get one. But, when my blood pressure is low, there's just absolutely no hope of getting it. But I think I'm probably about to hop off of here, guys. So I just wanted to pop in and say hey. So we're about 30 minutes into this bag. So we've still got, where am I at? I'm almost to the 3. Yeah, so we've got a whole bunch of stuff to do. So I put my palm up to check my blood pressure. Yeah, when I check my blood pressure, my hand's always like this. So my meter, my blood pressure cuff I have, everyone says that this isn't a good cuff to use, but we've matched it with the ones in my doctor's office, and it's always been accurate. So until it's not accurate anymore and doesn't match up with the ones in my doctor's office, I'm going to continue to use it. But every time I take it, it's always palm up, and I always use my left arm. And I'm just not going to do it right now because of my IV. Tomorrow is Austin's first Father's Day. No, it is not Austin's first Father's Day. Yeah, she can inbox me. That's fine. I will probably not get to it until like tomorrow, but you can. Oh, Madeline, that's sweet. Everybody's saying Happy Father's Day, Austin. Hey, it said thank you. In case y'all didn't catch it because I get dumped off. But anyway. That is so sweet, Madeline. I'm so happy for you. Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to hop off here. I'm actually really tired, and I've got probably about 3 hours to go on this. So I think I'm going to get my husband to put the game down, and we're going to find another movie and sit here and enjoy the movies for a little bit. So I will see you guys later, and I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night. And I will definitely be trying to be more active again here soon. So we just had a lot going on, but we will catch all you guys up on it really soon. Oh, we're also about to be moving again. So we do that a lot. But we will see you guys later, and I hope y'all have a great night. Bye.